Okay everyone, welcome to System Test 6. There's been quite an interesting amount of changes since the last system test. I mentioned in the description of the last system test, because the last system test was filmed, was uploaded after this was installed, but it wasn't actually in the system test, because it was filmed before. But I mentioned in the description that this was added. This is sort of an alert switch. It's normally used for class change. It's wired into the monitored input of the Vig, so it is set up to do, I think it's signal 1, I'm not too sure. It does one of the signals when you press it to sort of alert people for like general warning or something, and it's set as reversible, so as soon as you let go of the switch, which is a spring-loaded, it's a bell switch for school bells, as soon as you let go, it will stop the signal. So it's kind of cool. You can have it set to where it's non-reversible, so you press it and it just sounds the signal indefinitely until you silence and reset. But that's not what I decided to have it set as. No changes here, no changes there. Well, obviously that's a change there, but like I just mentioned it. No changes on the detectors. There's no... Well, there is actually, because I took the S-Quad down because I wanted to hear this, just one sounder. It's nice and quiet as well, so not too bad on the ears. But there is another very important change, and that is that we have a new device location. Now, it's by the door here, and the cable for it goes over the door and into these other loop of the other, not other loop, but because one loop Vigilons, they're kind of two loop. You can have no return, so none of the so it doesn't have a return. It doesn't actually loop. It's just wired like an alarm sense system, basically, where it just ends. And this is the only device on the second half of the loop where the return would normally go in, but it's good because you can do that on Vigilons. It doesn't throw up a fault or anything. It's really good. So yeah, that's what that's on. It's got a hole in there. There's another one in the bottom somewhere. It's not a very good back box I've used, but it's actually for KACs. It does fit the big black piece that they have on the back of these coil points. It is all in there. It's fit perfect. It's very good, but yeah, you'll notice it is mounted on a piece of wood, so I don't have screws down here, because I don't want holes that are really visible. It's best to have them up high, and this way I could theoretically, if I wanted, I could put a sounder here or something, but I don't know if I'll do that. Probably not, because it is a bit low there, but perfect for call points. I've mounted it. I think that's the lowest you can have it in an actual building. That one was mounted too low because I didn't do anything to specification there. This one is at the lowest legal height, so I think it's 1.4 meters with a give or take of 300 mil, I think that's what it said. So I think that's mounted as low as it... I don't know, actually. I think it's 1.4. Yeah, no, I think it's perfect, actually. I think it's bang on 1.4. Not too sure. It's good, though. So yeah, we'll have to give that a test as the first device, I think. Oop, my keys are here. Yeah, so it is a 34800. I did have it over there for like system test 1, I think. Well, for a couple of system tests until I got the S4. So it's good to have this cool point back here again. Well, not back there, but you know, it's good to have it on the system again anyway. So we'll give it a whack. Well, we're not going to whack the glass because I only have 2 bits of it, and one of them's in another call point, so we're not going to do that. But we are going to test it with the key like this. The buzzers in Vigilons are really loud. You can barely hear the sounder over the buzzer sometimes. It's a bit annoying. But yes, lovely sounding S3. And actually, it's so quiet that I can hear the clicking from this beacon here. This one doesn't like to show up on camera quite as well, though, for some reason. Not too sure why. Yeah, that one doesn't show up as well on camera. The LED one does because it flashes for longer because LEDs have a longer flash rate. But with Xenons, it's very quick. There's lots of space between flashes, but it's a very, very short flash, and you can like cameras don't always pick it up. My one does, depending on what distance you are away from it, because it's weird. I don't know any of the science behind it, but I know it's just a short flash rate, and it's something to do with like the shutter speed of the camera. So yeah, we have our first fire. And I think we'll do the detectors, and then we'll finish with this cool point, and then we'll do this as sort of an all clear tone. So where's my sprite? There it is. Only 2 detectors today. Like I said, well, I mean, I normally only do 2 detectors anyway, because that is a heater and the S quad that used to be up there. The base is still there. It's not necessarily broken or anything, but it's a bit weird, so I took it down. These are great though. Nothing that can go wrong with these 34710s. Absolutely great detectors. If I did a full house system, I'd have all these. Well, 34770s as well. That works. God. Nightmare. It's a bit windy today. Door just blew open. Fuck off. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, next detector. Middle 34710. This one obviously is the one with the slightly off logo. Works fine though. They don't need very much spray, these either. I'm actually probably using too much most of the time. They really don't need much at all. See? It's going again. I want to get more of those S3s at some point as well. They're very good sounders. Maybe not the Mark III ones though, because mine's a bit dodgy. But these Mark II. No, this is Mark 1. This Mark 1 S3 is good. That S Quad is a Mark II, I believe, because it has like the Honeywell logo on there. You can see. Yeah. And obviously the final device is just this call point, which is resettable, so we can just go like this. Actually, I'm going to get a better angle for you. And we will reset it this time. We're not going to leave it like a spang. And we can reset. Wait. Helps if you cancel the buzzer, because it'll just keep going because there's a fault. Yeah, I'm just going to get my designated wafting tool out as well. And of course, to finish off the test and signal that we are all clear, we can press this monitored input to sound an alert signal or an all clear signal, depending on how you look at it. So yeah, that works. Need to clean this bench at some point as well. It's disgusting in this shed. Look at the amount of... It's mostly the alarms as well, that's the thing. I need to get it tidy. There's my other 34800 without the back piece on, because this was originally the one that I had flush mounted there. It hasn't got the back plate, so this thing's just loose. Back plate's in that box down there somewhere. But yeah, thanks for watching. That was a good system test with the new devices, and you can see where the wire goes in. It goes into the side entry. It's got like a grommet and stuff in there. Yeah, you can barely see it. And it isn't wired in twin, and if I didn't have any left, well, I do actually. I have like this tiny length here. It's nowhere near enough to fit over this door. So it's just 2 core flex, unfortunately, but it really doesn't matter because not a real system, it's just a demonstration. It's off most of the time anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching.